Welcome to MedicalMarijuanaBootcamp.com. I'm Chubbs.
I'm Tang, and today we're fielding questions from the YouTube. This question is from Chris42578, and he says, "What's the best thing to do if I'm accused of a marijuana crime? Do I just show him my state rec? For some reason, this is great for me." Chubbs, what happens if you're busted?
Well, I'm assuming he is a medical marijuana patient because he's referring to his state rec. So if you get pulled over, let's say you go to a medical marijuana dispensary, you get a quarter ounce. You've got 2/8. Two of these little pill balls, you drive away, you've got your recommendation with you, you get pulled over for speeding. And you're pulled over by a local, let's say you're in Los Angeles, or let's say you're in Cerritos. You're pulled over by Cerritos PD or San Diego PD, the city PD.
Okay.
What I have heard from people that have been pulled over, it's really up to the cop whether he wants to believe whether or not your paper version of your medical marijuana recommendation is real or not. It doesn't matter if it's the original with the gold seal and the stamp. I have had people tell me the cop says, "You know what, you got this off the internet," and just put it to the side, writes him a ticket. One guy actually went to jail for possession. Actually, when he got out of jail, he went to court with a new copy of his original rec, and the entire case was thrown out. But he did spend a night in jail. Yep. He had to go through that hassle. Now, with California Highway Patrol, they have been, and this is right from the Highway Patrol's mouth. When I got pulled over, he says they've been briefed on Prop 215, they know it inside and out, and they respect the rec as long as it's the original. And you don't have an excessive amount. If you have what they deem to be an excessive amount, when he told me what happened is they would confiscate your meds. The next day you could show up at the CHP with your original rec. This is what the officer told me. And he says that all CHP evidence officers have been briefed, and they are to give you your meds back if you come the next day with a copy, a new copy of your rec.
Cool.
So yeah, but to be safe, get the card. And then we went over in another video the difference between the rec and the card. Check out that video, and that's the safest way. But as far as just pulling out, flashing your rec, it's hit or miss depending on the cop.
Yep, unfortunately.
Yeah. Have you ever been pulled over?
I have.
Yeah. And what happened?
Cop smelled the weed, and I showed him my Orange County.
Right.
It was all, and we were all good. I'm referring to the county card that I had.
Right, you didn't have your paper rec.
But, dude, my friend in Vista, he had some concentrates, and he had an ounce, and the cop just threw the ounce away, grabbed the concentrate, and said, "This is a felony, son. I'm going to bust you for it." And he's like, here's my original rec. Here it is.
Showed him the paper version.
Yeah, here's my signature.
He had the paper.
He had the paper, didn't have the card.
Right.
Here's my original rec. The cop just grabs him and said, "I don't believe in this." Gives it right back to him. Didn't need it.
And what happened to your friend?
Spent a night in jail.
So he got arrested?
Got arrested for felony possession of concentrated marijuana. That's a felony in California.
For possession of what? What was the exact concentrate that he had?
He had critical extraction oil.
How much?
He had less than 1 gram of it.
Less than 1 gram.
Less than
so
1
that's
gram.
This tiny little vial
That's
right
about
here.
half that. About half that.
Of this.
Yeah.
And he got
That's a felony.
And he had his original record.
That's a $6,000 lawyer. That's a court case, and hopefully the judge he drew a favorable DA and a very favorable judge, and hopefully they'll throw it out because they should.
And because he is a medical marijuana patient.
Exactly.
But he didn't have the card. He had the paper.
I don't know if it would have helped him if he had the card. It might have, but he didn't have his county card like we do.
Right.
So like we said, even though we hate paying the government, we recommend grabbing that card at least for now.
Yeah, I hate having to take an extra unnecessary step too.
I mean, we hate paperwork, but
yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Well, thanks for watching. I'm Tang.
I'm Chubbs.
Peace.